Peace helps the brain learn. Peace helps the brain learn. The verse today is, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Psalms 46:10 says, be still and know that I am God. God help me to lean from place to peace. Help me to learn, not lean. God help me to learn from a place of peace instead of pressure. When we think about our pressure, we go, okay, so peace helps the brain learn. How do we get peace? But then when we think about it, help me learn from a place of peace instead of a place of pressure. When we can get up this morning and set our days and we can set our structure together in a way that concentrates on what God would have for us. It concentrates on taking our day and knowing what's going to happen in our day, at least knowing what we would like for it, by planning our day, by being intentional about our day, by making those promises to ourselves that we make every day. We get up because there's a peace. Our brain wants safety, and our brain wants to know, it wants to be in control. And when we give it that, it gives us peace. When we give it the chaos of we don't know what's going to happen today, or we give it the chaos of we just are going to see what happens, the brain is formulating this scenario. We talked about rumination yesterday, about all the things that could possibly go wrong in our life. When we don't give our brain structure, when we don't give our brain the ability to know what it wants to do, it goes into the mode of, oh, I guess we're going to have to figure out. It goes into the world of anxiety. It goes into the world of stress. Even though we just said, hey, Sarah, whatever will be, our brain doesn't like that. Our brain wants to know that we have stuff in control. So many people grow while living in consistent stress. Well, I guess they try to grow by living in constant stress. But the brain learns best when it feels safe, when it feels calm, when it feels engaged. Peace is not the enemy of growth. It's often the environment where growth happens best. Now, sometimes we think about peace where we just sit here and we don't do anything. Like, if I'm in peace, then I'm just sitting, I'm still, I'm sitting in, we've had that house on our stillness and quiet thing where we just feel like, if I could just sit out in that lawn chair and rest during the day and think, that would give me peace. But peace can come from when you're doing stuff. It just means that you're not worried about your future. You're not worried about what may come because you are prepared for it, because God has set you aside and said, hey, you've worked on these things every day. Now I got your back. Not that he doesn't have your back when it's chaos. It's just harder to calm you down in order for him to speak to you. Peace means that your mind is available for that to happen. A student studies, and I've had students for a long time, for an important exam. And I can remember the anxiety that I gave them as I was getting ready to give the exam. While feeling overwhelmed and anxious, they struggled to remember what they learned. I can remember instances where it might not even be a student. It might just be somebody comes at me and I studied and I prepared and I got ready. I can remember when I defended my dissertation, and I can remember the anxiousness and anxiety. I knew my stuff. I knew exactly. It was my dissertation. I wrote the whole thing. It was 520 pages. And yet when other individuals, I think it was 160 pages, but other individuals were asking me questions. And I thought, they're going to ask me these detailed questions about, some literature that I read a few years before. The information was similar, but the emotional state changed the learning experience. It changed the exam experience. It changed what I thought I could regurgitate. And what happened was, once I sat down and I calmed down, I answered the first question. I knew what I knew. That sounds great, right? I knew what I knew. I was ready, and then from there on, it was just game. Right? So I used to think pressure was the secret to grow. Push harder, work harder, carry more stress, more. I believed if I stayed intense enough, I would eventually become successful. It's more about consistency and being present and the consistent and being perfect. And I think when we start getting stressed and anxiety hits us, it's because we are trying to make every situation perfect. And we can't do that. So God showed me something different. Some of my greatest lessons came during the moments of peace. The greatest times that I talk, the quiet prayer, the reflection, this stillness. That's why I think about with our 172 days that we've been doing and talking through these. I think when we first started in day one, I was nervous about, instead of just being in my mind, I'm actually saying it out loud. And other folks are having to listen to what I'm saying. And are they getting it? Are they being impacted? Are they able to comprehend what I'm saying? Am I all over the place? Even though that I've prepared, and even though I put stuff together, and even though I'm ready to go, it's different when you're speaking to others. And so, it's so neat to go, okay, now we've done 172 days. I'm not worried. Is he speaking through me? It's his words that he's allowing me to articulate to you. So it's moments of those peace, the quiet prayer, the reflection, the stillness. Conversation with wise people. That's why I said I make meaningful connections every day. And those connections that I make are with wise people that I need to call up. Yesterday, one of my friends that is a coach's coach, I said, I need to talk to you this week. And he was briefly on my conference, and we got to talk on the Zoom a little bit. And I said, I just need you. He says, what do you need me for? I said, I don't know. I just know that I need you. I need to spend time with you. I need to just have your wisdom just jump on me. When I talk about at the end of the day, you need to let that greatness ooze out on somebody else. Well, I perpetuate that. I make sure that I find somebody that has that wisdom, and I tell them I need it to ooze out on me today. When I was overwhelmed, I was often too busy reacting to learn. Peace did not slow growth; it accelerated understanding. So, what's happened in our mindset today? What is going on in the actual brain that God has given us? That He is, if we can understand our mind and how it works, we can understand how to make it work best for us. Right? So today, this learning depends heavily on the hippocampus. We haven't talked about the hippocampus in a while. The brain structure responsible for forming and organizing new memories. So things come in, we learn stuff, we sit with our coaches, and now we have to formulate it, because one of the things that we need to do is, we need to make sure that now we organize it in a way that we can get it back. That we can access it when we need to. So those words come to us when we think we have no words to say. So what happens is chronic stress increases cortisol, which can interfere with memory formation and learning. When the nervous system feels safe, the brain becomes more capable of absorbing information. Not just because we have so much information that comes to us right now. And when we think about it, is our brain capable of absorbing information? It is, but we need to be able to synthesize that information. When I say synthesize, I'm talking about recognizing patterns. That's strong knowledge. I'm talking about being able to recall what we need in the moment. And what I'm saying here is peace improves the brain's capacity to do that. When you're not worried about everything else that's going on around you, your brain can go access. You ever see Star Trek and that a character that's called Data that can accessing. Boom, it's there that quick. So the heart connection today is a peaceful mind learns what a stressed mind often misses. A peaceful mind learns what a stressed mind often misses. The invitation here is, what might God be trying to teach you that stress is preventing you from seeing? What may God be trying to teach you that stress is preventing you from seeing? Spend 5 quiet minutes today reflecting on one lesson God may be teaching you in this season. He may be teaching you in this season. So the short prayer is, Father, help me stop believing that pressure is the only path to growth. Teach me to learn from a place of peace and trust. Calm my mind, steady my heart, and help me to hear what you are teaching me today. Help me to hear what you are teaching me today. Give me your peace that allows me to do that. The blessing for you today is may peace open your mind to wisdom, understanding, and the lessons God has prepared for you. The reflection questions for today. The reflection questions for today are: Do you think people learn better when they feel calm? Do you think people learn better when they feel calm? Of course, you know they do, because our first question is always a resounding yes. And if not, let's dwell on it a little. Second question is: What helps you create space for learning and reflection? And the last question is: What lesson do you think God is teaching you right now? What lesson is He teaching you right now? Maybe it's just to have the peace that goes beyond all understanding. Maybe it is to quiet your mind. Maybe it's through this that He's just teaching you got everything you need to get through this day. Don't stress about it. You've done the work. Let me get your back. Let me take over the rest. All right.